Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een. Amma ba'du. Inshallah ta'ala, we are going to continue today our 107th day of reading the Noble Quran, one word at a time. We are in the 26th juz, just a half a page away from juz 27. We're in Surah Adh-Dhariyat Ayah 23, or 22 rather, Ayah 22. And our goal for today is to reach some of Surah An-Najm, to finish Adh-Dhariyat, to read Surah At-Tur, and begin Surah An-Najm. If we do so, then the next day we can finish Surah An-Najm, read Surah Al-Qamar, and begin Surah Ar-Rahman. So inshallah ta'ala, by Jum'ah, we should be well into Juz Qad Samia, the 28th Juz, and moving right along. So we'll continue. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. وفي السماء, and in the sky, رزقكم, is your provision. وما توعدون, and what وما and what توعدون, you are promised. فورب السماء, fa, so, or then, wa is a swear word. Wow, here's wow al-qasam, the wow of taking an oath. I swear by, basically by the, or I swear by the Lord of the sky, wal ard, and the earth. Innahu, indeed it, la haq, la is an emphasis here. Emphasis, it is certainly, truly, al haq, the truth. Mithla, similar to, or like, ma, what, annakum, that you, tantiqun, just like you speak. Hal ataka, has it come to you? Has it reached you? Hadithu, the story, the news, Dayfi Ibrahim, of the guests of Ibrahim, al-Mukramin, the honored guests of Ibrahim. Idh dakhalu, idh when dakhalu, they entered, alayhi, upon him, faqalu, and they said, salama, peace. Qala, he said, salamun, or qawmun, no, salamun, peace. Qawmun munkarun, basically you are, in parentheses, you are qawmun, a people, munkarun, munkarun, unknown, unknown. Faraga, fa, so, or then raga, he turned, ila ahlihi, to his family, to his household. Faja'a, and he came, bi'ijlin, with a calf, samin, a fat calf. Faqarrabahu, so he qarraba, he put it near. Qarraba, to make something near, not to you yourself be near, but to make something near. Faqarrabahu, he made it near, he put it near, ilayhim, to them. Qala, he said, ala ta'kulun, a is a question, la ta'kulun, you don't eat, do you not eat? فأوجس. So فأوجس, he was suspicious of them. He developed a suspicion, minhum, of them. Khifatan, fear, out of fear. Qalu, or he developed some type of fear or suspicion concerning them. Qalu, they said, La takhaf, do not fear. وَبَشَّرُوهُ, and they gave him glad tidings. بِغُلَامٍ, of a young boy, alim, having knowledge, meaning of having a son. The word gulam does not necessarily mean son, but that is is what it means. But gulam means a young man. فَأَقْبَلَتْ امرأته, his wife, امرأته, his wife, أقبلت, she came forward. في صرة, with a loud voice, being audible. فسكت وجهها, so she struck her face or hit her face. وقالت, and she said, عجوز عقيم, an old woman, barren. قالوا, they said, كذلك قال ربك, كذلك, like that, or thus, قال ربك, that is what your Lord said. إنه, indeed he, هو الحكيم, he is the all-wise, al-alim, the all-knowing. This word raga here to turn towards his wife, faraga ila ahlihi. The word raga, it has the meaning of to turn away almost secretly, meaning he didn't just turn to his wife out loud and say, hey, we need to cook some animal. He went over there and turned to her quietly, not to embarrass his guests or to put them out and say, and they hear what's going on. Rather, he did so not secretly, but if you understand, not, he wasn't trying to hide anything, but he was trying to be mannered. Faraga. So he like slipped away. Ila ahlihi. He slipped away in order to tell her this. That's the end of Juz 26. This is the beginning of Juz 27, which is 522, page 522. Qala, he said, Fama khatbukum. Fama, so what? Khatbukum. Khatbu is basically your purpose, your plan. Khatbukum. What is your purpose? Ayyuhal mursalun, O messengers. Qalu, they said, Inna ursilna. Indeed we, ursilna, we were sent. Ila qawmin mujrimeen. Ila, to qawmin, a people, mujrimeen, a criminal people. Li nursila, li, in order to, so that nursila, we could send, alayhim, upon them, hijaratan, stones, min teen, from baked clay. Musawwamatan, marked. Musawwama, marked. Inda rabbika, by your Lord. Lil musrifin, for those people who transgress and go to excesses. Fa'akhrajna, so we brought out, men kana, whoever was, fiha, therein, min al mu'minin, from the believers. Fama wajadna, so we did not find, fiha, in it, ghayra baytin, other than one house. Baytin, just basically says a house. Min al muslimin, from the Muslims, meaning one house. Watarakna, and we left, fiha, in it, ayatan, a sign, lilladhina, for those who yakhafun al-adhab al-alim. يخافون, they fear. Al-adhab, the torment, the punishment. Al-alim, the painful punishment or torment. وفي Musa, and in Musa, إذ, when أرسلناه, we sent him, إلى فرعون, to Fir'aun, بسلطان مبين, with a clear, manifest authority. فتولى, so he turned away. بركنه, with his hosts, with his support, with his, basically his army. قال وقال, and he said, ساحر, a magician, a sorcerer, O majnoon, or a madman, a crazy person, insane. فأخذناه, so we took him, وجنوده, and his soldiers. فنبذناهم, so we dumped them, في اليم, in the sea. وهو مليم, and he was mulim, blameworthy. وفي عاد, and in Ad, إذ أرسلنا, when we sent عليهم, against them, الريح الأقيم, the barren wind, meaning it didn't have water to bring down plants and so on. ما تذروا, it did not leave, it did not spare, min shay, anything. Atat alayhi, it came upon it, or it reached it. Illa, it did not spare anything that it came on. Illa, except ja'alathu, except that it made it karrameen, ka, like rameen, something rotten or decayed. وفي الثمود, and in Thamud, إذ قيل, when it was said, lahum, to them, تمتعوا, enjoy, حتى حين, until a certain time, enjoy for a while. فعتوا, so they atau, they were defiant, they defied, they insolently defied, they were bold in their defiance. An amrihi, of his command, or of the command, rabbihim, of their Lord. فأخذتهم, so it took them, as-sa'iqatu, the sa'iqa, which is this awful cry and sound, took them, وهم ينظرون, while they were looking. فما استطاعوا, so they were not able. استطاعوا, they were able. Ma, negation, they were not able. Min qiyam, they were not able to raise, to even stand. وما كانوا, and they were not. Muntasirun, or muntasirin, they were not those who were helped or could help themselves. وقوم, and the people of Nuh, min qabl, before. Innahum, indeed they, kanu, they were, qawman, a people, fasiqeen, disobedient and sinful. Was-samaa, and the sky, banaynaha, we constructed it, bi'aydin, with power. Here's got two yas. Wa inna, and indeed we, la musi'un, we are those who can make it wasi', those who can expand it, stretch it out. Wait a second. See if it says anything about these two yas. That just must be how it was written in order to fit different qira'at. Wal ard, and the earth. Farashnaha, we spread it out. Farashnaha, we spread it. فَنِعْمَ الْمَاهِدُونَ, so how excellent are those who, here al-mahidun, those who make a resting place. not necessarily spreaders, right? The root for farashna is farashin. Here we have mim ha dal, like the word mahad, the word for the cradle or a resting place. فَنِعْمَ الْمَاهِدُونَ. So how excellent are we as those who give a resting place. You can say spread out. I mean, you spread out the blankets and stuff like that for a cradle. No problem. وَمِن كُلِّ شَيْءٍ, and from everything, خَلَقْنَا, we created زَوْجَيْن, pairs. لَعَلَّكُمْ, that perhaps you, تَذَكَّرُونَ, you may remember or take heed. فَفِرُّوا, so flee. Flee ilallah, to Allah. Inni, indeed I, lakum, I am to you, minhu, from him, nadhirun mubin. Nadhirun, a warner, mubin, plain and clear. وَلَا تَجْعَلُوا, and do not make ma'allahi, along with Allah, ilahan akhar, another ilah, another God, another deity. Inni, indeed I, lakum, I am to you, minhu, from him, nadhirun mubin, a plain, clear warner. Kadhalika, like that. Ma ata alladhina min qablihim. Alladhina min qablihim, those before them. Ma ata, they did not come. Mir rasul, any messenger. Illa, except qalu, except that they said sahirun, a magician, a sorcerer, o majnoon, or a madman. Atawasaw bihi, atawasaw bihi. Here it says, have they transmitted this? Did they? This tawaso is to make a bequest, right? It is the same word that we have in Surah Al-Asr. Tawaso bil haq, right? Did they enjoin? Did they encourage with this? Bal, nay, whom they are, qawmun, a people, tagun. They are a people who transgress the limits. Tagun. Fatawalla anhum. Fatawalla is a command, so turn away. Anhum, from them. Fama anta, so you are not bimalum. You are not blameworthy. وَذَكِّرْ, and remind. فَإِنَّ الذِّكْرَ, for indeed the reminder, تَنْفَعْ, benefits al-mu'mineen, it benefits the believers. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ, and I did not create the jinn, wal-insa, and mankind, إِلَّا, except لِيَعْبُدُونِ, except to worship me. مَا أُرِيدُ, I do not want, minhum, from them, min rizqin, any provision. وَمَا أُرِيدُ, and I do not want, an yut'imuni, I do not want that they feed me. Inna Allah, indeed Allah, huwa ar-razaq, he is the provider, dhul quwwati, the possessor and owner of power, and mateen, the most strong possessor of power and strength. فَإِنَّ, for indeed, لِلَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا, for those who did wrong, those who are oppressive and unjust, ذَنُوبًا, there is a portion, مِثْلَ الذَّنُوب, like the noob, the portion, ashabihim, of their friends. فَلَا يَسْتَعْجِلُونَ, so do not hasten me, do not ask me to rush in basically judgment and bringing the punishment. Fawail, so woe, so doomed. Lilladina kafaru, are those who disbelieve. Min yawmihim, min yawmihim, from their day. Alladhi, which yu'adun, which they have been promised. That's the end of Surah Adh-Dhariyat. The next surah is Surah At-Tur. Surah At-Tur, it's only known by Surah At-Tur as it appears in ayat number 1. And it has 312 words. It's 2.5 pages long. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, Ar-Rahman, the one who he in himself, the one he himself is full of mercy. Ar-Rahim, the one who distributes and gives that mercy to his creation. Wat-Tur, by the mountain. Here it's swearing, he is swearing by the mountain, and only Allah can swear by the creation. Every creation has to only swear by Allah. And when Allah swears by the creation, it's because this creation he's swearing by is something tremendous. Wa kitabin mastur, and by the inscribed book, by the book that is written. Here mastur meaning having lines, right? Because the lines were written. Fi raqqin manshur, fi raqqin, in a parchment, raq manshur, which is unrolled, spread out. No. Raq is a parchment or some type of maybe skin that they wrote on. Wal Bayt al-Ma'mur, and by the house al-Ma'mur, which is enlivened by frequent visits, right? When the house which is frequented. Was-Saqf al-Marfu', and by the saqf, the roof, al-Marfu', which is raised high. Wal-Bahri al-Masjur, and the sea which is al-Masjur, it's boiling. Inna adhaba rabbika lawaqi'. Inna adhab, indeed the punishment or torment, rabbika, of your Lord, lawaqi'. La here is definitely, certainly, waqi', going to happen. It's going to come to pass. Ma lahu, there is not for it, min dafi', anyone who can push it away, anyone who can avert it. Yawma, the day, tamuru sama mawra. Tamuru sama mawra, the day when the sky will shake. Tamur, it will swing, it will shake. Move from one place to another. Tamur, you say like amuru bik, I'm going to pass by you, I'm going to swing by you to see you. Tamuru as-sama, when the sky will shake and move. Mawra, here just emphasizing the shaking, the moving, the swinging. وَتَسِيرُ الْجِبَالُ سَيْرًا, and the mountains, al-jibal, will move a movement. The heaven, the sky will shake a shake, or swing a swinging, and the mountains will move a movement. Fawailu, so woe, yawma'idhin, on that day, lil mukaththibin, woe to the deniers, the rejectors. Alladhina, those, hum fi khawdin, they are in khawd, they are in falsehood. Yal'abun, they are in falsehood. They are basically plunging into falsehood. They are delving and diving deep into something. Yal'abun, playing. Yoma, the day. Yuda'una, yuda'una. They will be pushed. Ila nar. They will be pushed, thrust violently. Ila nar, to the hellfire of Jahannam, or to the fire of Jahannam, the fire of hell. Da'a. They will be pushed, this forceful, violent pushing. هذه النار. This is the fire. Allati, which kuntum, you were, biha, regarding it, tukadhibun, denying. Afasihrun hada. Is a question. Fa, so, or then. Sihrun hada. Is this then magic? Am antum, or are you? La tubsirun, do you not see? Aslawha, burn in it. Fasbiru, and be patient. Oh, or la tasbiru, or don't be patient. Sawa'un alaykum, it's the same upon you. Innama tujzawna, you are only, innama, only tujzawna, you're only being recompensed. Ma kuntum, what you were, ta'malun, doing. Innal muttaqina, indeed the people of taqwa. Fi jannatin wa na'im, they're in gardens and bliss, delight. Fakihina, enjoying. Bima, enjoying that. Atahum, what had come to them, or what he had gave them. Rabbuhum, their Lord, what their Lord gave them. Wa waqahum, and he protected them. Rabbuhum, their Lord protected them. Adhab al-Jahim, Adhab al-Jahim, the punishment or the torment of the blazing fire. Kulu, eat. Washrabu, and drink. Hani'an, hani'an, in happiness. Naam. Hani'an, with ease and well-being, meaning your stomach's not going to be upset, right? You're going to eat, you're going to enjoy, you're not going to choke on anything, you're not going to bite on a bone, you're going to enjoy. Hani'an, bima, because of what? Kuntum, you were, ta'malun, doing. Muttaki'ina, reclining, those who recline, ala sururin, upon beds or thrones. Masfufa, masfufa, arranged in rows. Wazawajnahum, and we married them. Bihurin ein, with the hor, the maidens, the lovely maidens, ein, with big eyes, wide, lovely eyes. Walladhina amanu, and those who believe. Wattaba'athum dhurriyatuhum, and their offspring, taba'athum, followed them. Bi iman, in iman. Alhaqna bihim, we will join them together. Dhurriyatahum, with their offspring. Wama alatnahum, and we will not decrease them. Alatna, to decrease. Here, alatna, to diminish or reduce. Min amalihim, from their deeds. Min shay, anything. We will not diminish anything from their deeds, so they get rewarded in full. Kullun, every. Imri'in, every person. Bima is due with, because of what? Kasaba, he earned. Rahim, he is mortgaged. He is a pledge. He is pawned. Like a person is on in pledge, or he is pawned for everything he earned. Meaning, you can get yourself back, right, with earning, with earning, by paying. This is when Raheen is a like a debt that you have. You're like in debt basically to your actions. وَأَمْدَدْنَاهُمْ, and we amdadna. Here it says we provide, but the word is to help and to assist. Amdadnahum, we will help them and assist them. Be fakihatin, with fruit, wa lahmin, and meat. Mimma yashtahun, mimma, from what yashtahun, they desire. Some scholars say due to this ayah and what appears in Surah Al-Waqiyah, which will come soon in a couple days, that many times when you go to somewhere to eat, they provide the food and then afterwards they bring the fruit. They say this is a mistake. They should bring the fruit first, and then if you're going to eat, you should eat fruit and then eat your meat. And then you got medical reasons that they say that this is because the acids and stuff from the fruit, meat and everything takes longer to digest than fruit does. So meat might take 24 hours for your body to digest it and to, break it down, whereas fruit has been broken down a long time. So those acids and pieces of food and everything are just sitting on top of the meat waiting. Whereas if you eat the fruit first, it digests quicker and it makes a path for the food to go out and it doesn't upset your stomach. And Allah knows best. But Allah does mention both times fruit and then meat. Mimma yashtahun, from what they desire or crave. Yatanaza'una. Yatanaza'una. Is they shall pass from hand to hand. They will take from one another. Fiha, in it. Ka'san, a cup. La lagwun, no false talk. Fiha, therein. Wala ta'thim, and no sins. They will pass a cup around and drink from one cup. And this is the sunnah of the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When he would have guests over, they would drink from one cup. And there's some hikmah to that, mashallah. Ibn al-Qayyim talks about it. وَيَطُوفُ, and they will go around, alayhim, around them, ghilman, young boys, servants, lahum, for them, ka'annahum, as if they were, or as if they, lu'lu'un, maknoon, as if they were lu'lu', pearls, maknoon, preserved. وَأَقْبَلَ بَعْضُهُمْ عَلَى بَعْضٍ, and they will face, aqbala, they will draw near and they will face, ba'duhum ala ba'd, some of them to others, meaning they will face one another, yatasa'alun, asking questions of one another. Qalu, they said, or they will say, inna, indeed, we, kunna, we were, qablu, before, fi ahlina, with our amongst our families, mushfiqeen, afraid. فَمَنَّ اللَّهُ عَلَيْنَا, so Allah manna, he bestowed, he was gracious upon us. وَوَقَانَا, and protected us. عَذَابَ السَّمُومِ, the torment of the samum, which is the fire, but at the same time, heat storm. The adhab as-samum, the fire which has a storm inside of it. Inna, indeed, we, kunna, we were, min qabl, before, nad'uhu, invoking him, supplicating him. Innahu, indeed he, huwal bar, he is the most kind, he is the most beneficent, ar-rahim, the most merciful. Fadhakkir, so remind. Fama anta So then you are not bi ni'mati rabbika, by the grace of your Lord, by the favor of your Lord, bi kahin, you are not a soothsayer, wala majnoon, nor a madman, am yaquluna, or they say, sha'ir, a poet, natarabbasu bihi, natarabbasu, we are waiting with him, rayb al-manun, rayba al-manun, they are waiting with him, rayb al-manun. Rayb is some type of doubt or suspicion. Al-manun is basically either death or some type of destiny to take place. And the word Rayb al-manun together, it's a saying which means the, like it says here, the vicissitude of fate, or we're waiting for some type of fate to take place with him that we think is going to happen. Qul, say, tarabbasu, wait, فإني, for indeed I, ma'akum, am with you, min al-mutarabbisin, I am with you from those who are waiting. Am ta'muruhum, or do you command them, or ahlamuhum, do their ahlam, do their minds, their dreams command them bihada, with this. Am hum, or are they qawmun tagun, a people who transgress. Am yaquluna, or do they say taqawwala, taqawwala here means he forged it, meaning he made it up. He's saying things, but things that he just makes up. Pretends. Bal, nay, rather. La yu'minun, they do not believe. Falyatu, fal, so let. Yatu, let them come. Bihadithin. Here says a recitation with the speech. Mithlihi, like it. In kanu, if they were. Sadiqeen, if they were truthful. Am khuliqu, or were they created? Min ghayri shay, from nothing. Am hum, or are they al khaliqun, or are they the creators? Am, or khalaqu as-samawati wal ard, or did they create as-samawati wal ard, the skies and the earth? Bal, nay, rather. La yuqinun, they have no yaqeen, they have no certainty. Am indahum, or is there with them? Khaza'inu, the treasures, Rabbika, of your Lord. Am hum, or are they musaytirun, or are they the musaytirun? Musaytirun are those who stand over and try to control things. Tyrants. Am, or lahum, do they have sullamun, stairs or a ladder, yastami'una fi, which they listen by it or through it. Falyati, then fal, then let. Yati, let them come. Mustami'uhum, let their mustami'uhum, let their listener come. Bi sultanin mubin, with a clear authority or proof. Am, or lahu, he has. Al-banat, or does he have daughters? Walakum al-banun, and you have sons. Am tas'aluhum, or do you ask them ajran, a wage, a reward? For whom, so they, min maghramin muthqalun, so min maghramin, with a, due to maghram, like a debt or something that they're liable for, right? Maghram is usually sometimes a fine or financial obligation. Muthqalun, they are burdened. So because of some financial obligations, they're burdened. So they can't afford to pay you for the guidance. Home, or is there with them? Al-Ghaib, the unseen. Fahum yaktubun. So they are writing it down. Basically, it is implied. So they are writing down. Am yuriduna kaida. Or do they want and intend a plot and a plan, a scheme? فَالَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا. So those who disbelieved, humul makidun. They are in a plot. They are in a scheme. Am lahum, or do they have ilahun ghayrullah, an ilah, a god, a deity other than Allah? Subhanallah, glorified is Allah, amma yushrikun, regarding what they associate as partners. Wa in yaraw, and if they see kisfan, a piece, min as-sama, from the sky, saqitan, falling down, yaqulu, they would say, sahabun markum, sahab, clouds, markum, markum being, here it says gathered in heaps, but the word markum, piled up. Yeah, piled up, gathered in heaps, no problem. Fadharhum, so leave them. Hatta, until. Yulaqu, until they meet. Yulaqu yawmahum, until they meet their day. Alladhi, which. Fihi, regarding it. Yus'aqun. Yus'aqun. Here it says they will sink into a fainting. Yus'aqun, they will be thunderstruck. They will be basically made unconscious due to the thunder. Yawma, the day, la yughni anhum, it will not avail them, kaiduhum, their scheme, shay'a, at all, in the least, walahum yunsarun, walahum, and they are not yunsarun, they will not be helped. Wa inna, and indeed, lilladhina dhalamu, lilladhina, for those dhalamu who did wrong, adhaban is a punishment, duna dhalika, before that, or less than that, meaning before that in this life. Walakin, but however, aktharahum, most of them, la ya'lamun, they do not know. Wasbir, so be patient. لِحُكْمِ رَبِّكَ, for the judgment or the decision of your Lord. فَإِنَّكَ, for indeed you, بِأَعْيُنِنَا, are under our eyes. You are in our eyes. وَسَبِّحْ, and glorify, بِحَمْدِ رَبِّكَ, with the praises of your Lord. حِينَ تَقُومُ, حِينَ, when, تَقُومُ, when you get up, when you stand, meaning when you wake up from sleep. وَمِنَ اللَّيْلِ, and in the night, from part of the night. فَسَبِّحْهُ, so glorify him. وَإِدْبَارَ النُّجُومِ, and at the idbar, the setting, or here, basically when they turn their back. An-Nujum, when the stars turn their back, meaning early in the morning. When the stars are going away, they turn their back, they're leaving. This is the early morning. So, min al-layl fasabbihu wa idbar an-nujum. In part of the night, glorify him, and in the morning, when the stars are turning their back. That's the end of Surah At-Tur. It's very quiet in the room today, mashallah. Mashallah. Okay, we're on Surah An-Najm. Surah An-Najm is only known by Surah An-Najm. and it has 360 words. It's 2.5 pages. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Ar-Rahman, the full of mercy. Ar-Rahim, the one who gives mercy. That's how I know y'all are paying attention when you guys talk. Subhanallah. Wan-Najmi idha hawa. Wan-Najmi, by the star. Again, Allah is swearing by the star. Idha hawa, when it goes down, when it sinks or drops. Ma dalla sahibukum. Dalla, to go astray, to be misguided. Ma dalla sahibukum, your companion has not went astray. Wa ma gawa, and he is not erred. He is not erred. Wa ma yantiqu, and he does not speak. An al-hawa, from desire. In huwa. In huwa, it is not illa except wahyun, a revelation, yuha, revealed. Allamahu, he taught him, or he allamahu. Allama, basically he learned, right? He taught him or communicated to him it, meaning the Quran, Shadidul Quwa. Shadidu, the one who is severe in Quwa, and might, and power, and strength, meaning Allah Azza wa Jal. Dhu mirratin, or no, meaning the angel, Jibreel alayhi salam. He's the one who brought it to him. Shadidul Quwa, Jibreel. The one who is mighty and are severe in strength and power is Jibreel. Dhu mirratin, Dhu, the possessor of, the companion of, mirra. Mirra is mental and physical fitness. The one who is sound in his mind and his body. Fastawa, and he then rose. Wahua bil ufuqi, on the horizon. Al-a'la, he was on the highest part of the horizon. Thumma dana, then he lowered, he approached. Fatadalla, fatadalla, here it says he came closer. Tadalla, he descended, lowered and suspended and like this. Fakana qaba qawsain. Qaba here means a distance between the middle and the end. Faqaba qawsain, two bows. Qawsain are a bow, like a rainbow, like a, and also parentheses. These things here around was, they're called qawsain, two of them, two bows, right? We call them parentheses, but parentheses are called qawsain, two bows. O adna, or even nearer, even closer. Fa'awha, so he revealed, ila abdihi, to his slave, ma awha, whatever he revealed. Ma kadhaba al-fu'adu, ma kadhaba, it did not lie, al-fu'ad, the heart did not lie, ma ra'a, in what it saw. Yeah, I agree. In ayah 10, he says it confuses him, the pronoun his. In ayah 10, abdihi. Yeah, Allah often switches between, he says, for example, narzuqukum wa nanzil alaykum, or narzuqukum wa nuhi ilaykum. And then right after he says, Allah this. He comes from third person to first person, and these switches uh, happen a lot between things, and they happen quickly. And they say one of the benefits is it keeps you awake, it keeps you attentive. You know, you don't just like fall into, the mode of story and you know, drift off. Rather, you stay attentive. It changed. Why did it change? Oh, okay, and it does this. So it's not strange that he changes from one to another, right? The first one, 10 would be easy. Jibril does not reveal. فَأَوْحَى إِلَى عَبْدِهِ, and we're not the abd of Jibril. Ma awha. So that's easy. What might be difficult before that is, did Allah came closer? Thumma dana. Who's doing this dana? Who's this approaching and coming closer to a bow's length, 2 bows length, or closer? Who is this? Right? Who is Shadidul Quwa, Dhu Mirratin? Who is this? This is what might be difficult. But this is when you know the tafsir, where he's talking about Jibreel alayhi salam coming to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then it becomes clear, inshallah. Hopefully in Asbab al-Nuzul, we'll read it, inshallah. Ma kadhab al-fu'adu ma ra'a, the heart did not lie in what it saw. Afatumarunahu ala ma yara. Afa'a is a question. Fa, then. Tumaruna, then you dispute who with him. Ala ma yara, regarding or about what he saw. He said he saw Jibril. You're disputing with him about that. Walaqad, and indeed, ra'ahu, he saw him. Nazlatan ukhra, nazlatan, a descent, a coming down. Ukhra, at another time when he descended. Inda sidratil muntaha, inda, at or near, sidratin, the lote tree, al muntaha, at the utmost boundary, the utmost boundary or limit. Indaha, near it, jannatul ma'wa, near the paradise of the final abode, the place where we will seek refuge. Idh yaghsha, when yaghsha, it covered, sidrata, the lote tree, ma yaghsha, what covered, ma zaga al basaru, ma zaga, it did not deviate, al basar, the sight did not deviate, wa ma taga, nor did it transgress. Laqad ra'a, indeed he saw, min ayati rabbihi, from the ayat of his Lord, al-kubra, the greatest ayat of his Lord. Afara'aytum, have you, ra'aytum, you saw, afara'aytum, did you then see, al-lat, wal-uzza, wal-manat al-thalitha, and the third being manat, these 3 false gods, al-ukhra, the other, the third, the other one. Alakum, do you have, al-dhakar, males, walahu untha, and he has females. Tilka, that, idhan, then, qismatun, these, qismatun, a division, these, unfair. And this word, qaba, Hossein, and Liza, all 3 of these words only appear once in the Quran. Qaba, Hossein, and Liza. So we go 5 more minutes at least, inshallah. In hiya, it is not illa asma, meaning these names, Allat, wal Manat, wal Uzza. In here, they are not illa asma, they are not except names. Samaytumuha, Samaytumuha, you named them. Antum, you, wa aba'ukum, and your fathers. Ma anzalallah, Allah did not send down biha for them min sultan, any authority. In yattabi'una, they follow. In yattabi'una, they do not follow illa except adhan, except suspicion, except guess. Wama tahwa al-anfus, and what tahwa, desire al-anfus, the souls. They only follow guess, conjecture, and what the souls desire. وَلَقَدْ, and indeed, جَاءَهُمْ, it came to them, مِنْ رَبِّهِمْ, from their Lord, al-huda, guidance came to them from their Lord. Or lil-insan, is there for man, مَا تَمَنَّى, whatever he wishes, فَلِلَّهِ, so to Allah, al-akhiratu, the hereafter belongs to Allah, it is for Allah. Wal ula, and the first, meaning this dunya. Wa kam, and how many, min malakin, how many angels, fis samawati, in the skies, la tughni shafa'atuhum, their shafa'a, their intercession will not avail, shay'an, anything at all, in the least, illa, except, min ba'di, after, and ya'dhin Allah, that Allah allows, Allah permits, liman yasha, from whoever he wills, wa yarda, and he is pleased with. Inna alladhina, indeed those, la yu'minuna, they do not believe, bil akhirati, in the hereafter, la yusammuna al-malaika, la, indeed, certainly, yusammuna, they name the angels, tasmiyat al-untha, with the tasmiyah, the naming of women, of females. They name the angels with the names of the naming of females. Wa ma lahum, and they do not have, bihi, regarding it, min ilm, any knowledge. In yattabi'una, they follow. In yattabi'una, they do not follow, illa dhan, except guess, conjecture. Wa inna dhan, and indeed this guessing and conjecture, la yughni min al-haqqi shay'a, la yughni, will not avail. Here it says will not substitute. One second. Yeah, it will not avail. It will not make him free from or help min al-haq, from the truth, shay'a, at all, anything in the least. Fa'a'rid, so a'rid, turn away, withdraw, an, from man tawalla, from whoever turns away. So you withdraw and turn away from whoever turns away, an dhikrina, from our reminder. Walam yurid, and he does not want, he does not wish or desire, illa hayat dunya, except for this worldly life. Dharika, that, mablaguhum, that mablag, here mablag, here it says their highest point. Their extent, that is their mablag, that is like the amount of something, that is the extent. That's why it says the highest point, that is the most that they're going to be worth, basically, min ilm, from knowledge. That is the point where their knowledge reaches. That is the highest or the most knowledge that they'll attain. Inna rabbaka, indeed your Lord, huwa a'lamu, he is more knowledgeable, be men, regarding the one, dalla, who went astray, an sabili, from his path, wa huwa a'lamu, and he is more knowledgeable, be man ihtada, regarding the one who is guided, who accepts or receives the guidance. Walillahi ma fi samawati, and it belongs to Allah. Ma, what, fi samawati, in the skies, wa ma fil ard, and what is in the earth. Liyajziya, so that he may recompense. Alladina asa'u, alladina, those asa'u, who did evil. Bima amilu, for what they have done. Wa yajziya, and he may recompense. Alladina, those ahsanu, who did ihsan, who did good, who worked as if they saw Allah, and even though they didn't see him, they know that he sees them. He's gonna recompense them bil husna, with the best, with good. We'll stop there, inshallah ta'ala. We went way further than I had imagined. I think I had imagined that we would at least go to ayah, not that way further. I'd imagine we at least go to ayah 26. And we actually went to 31, which is a half a page. So inshallah ta'ala, we'll stop there. We got a page left in Surah An-Najm, and then Qamar is almost 3 pages. So that would be 4. And then Ar-Rahman is 3.5. We won't finish Ar-Rahman, although we could. And it's up to you guys. You can tell me now if you want. Ar-Rahman has an ayah or a wording of an ayah that appears 31 times, right? Which is almost half of the surah. So we can read it, but we don't necessarily have to translate it every time, maybe just the first 4 or 5 times or something. And then after that, we should probably know what it means. And then we could probably cover a lot more. But is that the goal? I don't know. It's up to you. You guys tell me. Then we have Al-Waqiyah, which is about 4 pages, or 3 pages rather. And then Al-Hadid, which is 3.5. So, like I said, by Jummah, inshallah ta'ala, we'll be well into Qad Samiyah, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, which gives us about 62 pages left. Yes, Surah An-Najm is very powerful, mashallah. Oh, wallahi, everything. Surah At-Tur, Surah An-Najm, Surah Al-Qamar. Any surah you mentioned. Even the short surah, Inna A'tainaka al-Kawthar, in it itself is very powerful. Right? I give an example I learned from the tafsir. Just how Allah chooses what word to say and where. Inna a'tainaka al-kawthar fasalli li rabbika wanhar. We know wanhar is sacrifice. That's what we were taught. But if you don't know anything about sacrificing, really, sacrificing animals, then you won't know the benefit of this. So when we slaughter a sheep, then, or even a cow, this is called dhabh. Dhabh, right? Dhabh is slaughtering, sacrificing. And nahar is also slaughtering and sacrificing, but it's a different way. A nahar could be done on a cow, but it's usually done on a camel, is when they take the spear and put it in the like throat. Like here where you got on where your throat meets your neck, you got that little gap right there where that it can cut the jugular vein of the camel from there. So they stick the spear into that. That's nahar. Why did Allah say wanhar and not wadhbah? because he said, Inna ataynaka al-kawthar. We have given you in abundance. We have given you in abundance. It's al-kawthar. So when you sacrifice, you give abundance. You give the best. We've given you all of this, then you give us in return the best. Wanhar. Just something like that. Well, like that sort of becomes powerful when you can just realize why Allah chose which word he said, not just the translation, but why which word was chosen and so on. Well, it becomes amazing, even that short surah. But I agree, these from Surah Al-Hujurat until the end, very powerful. Jazakumullah khairan. Inshallah, that's the adhan for me. I'll see you brothers and sisters tomorrow. Inshallah, we'll begin here on ayat 32. Jazakumullah khairan. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.